You know that feeling when you sit down to plan a class and your mind goes completely blank? Or worse, when you have 17 different ideas bouncing around your head and you can't figure out how to put them together in a way that makes sense? I've been there, and I want to show you a middle path. Hi, I'm Sage Rountree. I'm a yoga teacher, author, founder of Comfort Zone Yoga, and the co owner of Carolina Yoga Company. For nearly 2 decades, I've been helping yoga teachers move beyond the false choice between rigid sequences and completely winging it in class. I've developed what I call the SERVE method, a framework that gives you the structure you need with the creative freedom you want. Over the next 5 lessons, I'm going to walk you through each element of SERVE so you can start teaching with genuine confidence. Most yoga teachers get stuck in one of two places. Either following rigid sequences like a franchise cook at Applebee's following a recipe to the letter, or completely winging it in class and hoping for the best. But there's a middle path, and it starts with structure. When I say structure, I don't mean memorizing a set sequence. I mean understanding the deep framework that makes any yoga class effective for human bodies. That's where my 642 framework comes in. Here's how it works. Every complete yoga practice, and probably even each segment within your class, should include 6 moves of the spine, 4 lines of the legs, and 2 core actions. The 6 moves of the spine are flexion, forward bending, extension, back bending, side bending to both left and right, and twisting to both left and right. That's 6 movements that ensure your students' spines get a complete, balanced experience. This should ring a bell because it's exactly what you already do in your warm-up. Cat-cow is extension and flexion, a lateral child's pose is a side bend, and threading the needle is a twist. The 4 lines of the legs target the front line, quadriceps, hip flexors, the back line, hamstrings and calves, the inner line, adductors or adductors, and the outer line, abductors or abductors, including the glutes. When you hit all 4 lines, you're supporting healthy leg function and hip stability. The 2 core actions are stabilization, static strength and control, and articulation, dynamic movement and mobility. Your students need both to support their spines and to move with confidence. Here's what's beautiful about this framework. It gives you the structure you need to plan confidently, but infinite flexibility in how you arrange these elements. You could start with spine mobility, then move to leg strengthening, then core work, or you could weave them together throughout your sequence. The framework ensures balance, and your creativity determines the flavor. When you understand this structure, class planning becomes so much easier. Instead of staring at a blank page wondering what to teach, you're checking boxes. Have I included forward bending, back bending, something for the hamstrings, core stabilization? I liken it to knowing the macronutrients of nutrition. The 642 helps you create a nourishing, balanced movement class. This is the foundation that lets you teach with confidence because you know your students are getting what their bodies need. And when you're confident, your students feel that energy. They trust you to guide them safely, and they keep coming back. That means your classes sell out and the energy is high. If you want to dive deeper into how to apply the 642 framework to create dozens of different sequences, check out my book, The Art of Yoga Sequencing. It's like a cookbook for this approach with dozens of recipes for you to use and adapt. But structure is just the beginning. Next, we'll talk about why you need to experience your sequences before you teach them.